Well, we have avoided relegation for sure. We are in the last two games of the season, and not only have we avoided relegation, we have a chance to make the playoffs. Hey, it's Mike. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7 of our time here at Chorley, now in the Vanarama National League, and we've got the last two games of the season for you. And since we were last together, where we won against Kings Lynn and we won we won against Kings Lynn and we won against Scunthorpe, and the good form has kept rolling. We have been on a big push in the last couple games. We beat Weymouth 1-0. It has been decent form. We've been also getting very lucky. A lot of these games we were dominated, but we happened to just get the goal that we needed. That was the case against Weymouth. Hartlepool, we went up 1-0 early in the game, and they tied it just after half, and we held on to keep that draw the whole time. And then Wealdstone, we beat 1-0. Again, they kind of were all over us. They were fighting to get out of the relegation, so we should have done better against them. But we still ended up with the win. And then Dagenham and Redbridge, again, they kind of dominated us, but we just didn't score on that one, so we got the 0-0 draw. That leads us to our last two games against Havant and W and Solihull Moors. And it also means we have jumped up into 10th place in the table, 1 point back on Aldershot for a playoff spot. We could also technically catch Harrogate because we have two games. We can get 6 points, take us up to 69 points if Harrogate lose both their games. And we have a good chance of winning both our games as we play Solihull Moors, who actually has gotten themselves out of the relegation spot into 18th, and Havant and W, who are last in the league. So we could have something going here. The other piece of news is I have had an interview with Scunthorpe saying that I'd be willing to take the position at the end of the season. They haven't offered me a contract, so we'll see what happens there. If we jump into the playoffs and Scunthorpe doesn't make it, then I don't know if we will go with Scunthorpe. If we get promoted, then we definitely won't go through Scunthorpe. But that is a long ways away. We still got an outside chance of getting the playoffs, but you know what? It is a chance nonetheless. And so we are going to start with our first game here against Havant and W. And this is how we are lining up. We are going to remain with a 4-1-4-1 because it has been what has been working well for us. We have Hilton and net. We have Moore out on the right-hand side. Kennedy and Bailey playing in the center defense, and Baines coming out left. Butterfield's going to come up into the ball-winning midfielder position, defensive midfield, to give Tomlinson a rest. Ebanks is going to be on the right-hand side. Bermal out on the left-hand side, giving Newby a rest. I want Newby on the left because Bermal has been awful the last couple games. He's been subbed off early on for 6.1, 6.2s. Ingwesson and Bodu are in the center midfield, and Cardwell is going to get the start up front for this game, and Riley will probably come in next game unless Cardwell scores 2 or 3 goals this game. That is how we are lining up for this match today. And it is pretty simple. Win, and we have a chance at making it into the playoffs. Teams are warming up. I am hydrating. And we are getting ready to go today. And we are kicking off here against Havant and Waterlooville, looking to see if we can jump Aldershot, who are, I don't know who they're playing today. In fact, we are actually going to take a quick pause, and we're going to go to the latest score so we can see here. Who am I looking for? Aldershot, who actually just dropped down. So Aldershot and Scunthorpe are both ones. Scunthorpe's playing Dagenham and Redbridge. Aldershot's playing Torquay. So we'll keep an eye on those a little bit here. They'll also pop up here, which is helpful too. But so far, we don't have much going on in our game. We've had a couple of shots, but that is about it. And Aldershot looks like they have taken a lead in their game as well. So it is Aldershot that's going to need to drop points and thus pick up points if we're going to get anything. We have our first highlight. Moore will take a free kick into Cardwell, who will head it down to Bodu. Bodu will go across to Ingwesen, over to Ebanks. Ebanks will find Cardwell in there. Cardwell will play it way back into Butterfield, who will launch it forward for Cardwell, who gets the first shot, and he will score his 11th of the season. We've got two strikers who are banging them in now at the right time, and we are up 1-0. As Cardwell does some great target man play, just holding out that ball, passing it back, getting back on side, something that Riley has struggled with the last couple games, and will put it in at the near post to take us up 1-0, which will put us up into 9th place, just 1 point back still on Aldershot, and tied with Scunthorpe, them beating us on goal differential, as both those teams also leading in their games with early goals. But we have been all over Havant W so far. They haven't even had a shot attempt as of yet. Kings Lynn is another one to keep an eye on, as they seem to have gone ahead in their game, and Scunthorpe has been tied up now by Dagenham and Redbridge. It looks like we have a free kick on the edge of the box here. Ingwesen taking it, take the shot, and just hits the outside of the post, and it goes outside to end the half there. We go in at 1-0 coming into the half. They have had 2 shot attempts. I'm happy with the performance so far. We want to keep that up as we come into the second half, trying to keep pace with Aldershot and Kings Lynn and Scunthorpe here, as we are now ahead of Scunthorpe in the table, sitting up at 9th. We have also secured our highest ever finish in team history, 24th, so last place in this Panorama Nationals, the highest they've ever been before, and we are definitely finishing way above last place, securing the highest position in club history. And that table is just jumping all over the place. We've come into the 65th minute. We are going to make a couple of changes here and see if we can keep some freshness for our next game. So we're going to take off Bodu for Malone, and we will take off who else will we take off? Bermal's playing well for once. We're going to take off Baines just to give him a rest and bring in Lowy. Those are the changes we will make at the 65th minute here. Table remaining as it is with all these results. Scunthorpe has taken the lead again. Kings Lynn has remained in the lead here. We have a highlight now, though. Havant and Waterloo coming with that cross. Deacon heads it down to Tommy Wright. There's the sub I made was Moore, who didn't win in the air. And now we are tied up here. And Havant and W will throw into a play that we did a few games ago. That long cross headed right down to Wright, who will put it in with that volley. And we are tied at 1 apiece, which drops us 3 points back at Aldershot, giving us a long shot to win this, to get into the playoffs with that. We are going to switch to the 4-2-3-1 custom wing play. We're going to go attacking with it. We will have Ingwesen up in that shadow striker position. And we will also... Actually, no, we're going to bring in Riley for Ingwesen. He's going to play the shadow striker position and see if we can get a lead here. We might as well just go for it to try to stay in contention for that playoff spot. Riley will take the free kick over to Butterfield, who will put it in with his hand. Puts it in with his hand, so it does not count. Still at 1-1 here. We have not taken the most of our chances. This is what has been like the games we've played. We have been in a Havant spot where we have just kind of held on, but capitalized on chances we've got. We got to have a free kick or a corner kick. Moore will put it in. No one could head on it. And now Havant is trying to counterattack. Great interception by Lowy. Comes into Cardwell. Cardwell back to Moore. Moore will put it out to Bramal. Bramal will try to cross it. Bramal will try again. It will land to Cardwell, who will score his 12th of the season within the 89th minute. And we are up 2-1 with hardly any time left. Cardwell again, some great control down there. Comes out to Bramal, who tries this cross the first time, gets blocked, gets it again into Cardwell's foot, who will volley it into the bottom right corner, and we are up 2-1, which is going to put us back up into ninth, tied with Scunthorpe on points. And that should be enough. Scunthorpe winning 4-1 there, so and Aldershot's winning 3-0, and Torquay has a red card, so they're both going to win their matches. We need them to drop points to even get in there, but we have done what we could do here, and we have won 2-1, and so that makes it all to play for in this last game of the season coming up. Win, and Aldershot and Scunthorpe drop points, and we are in that last playoff spot. All right, here we go. Last game of the season. If we win, and Aldershot loses to Kinsling, who are right near us as well, and Scunthorpe loses to Havant Waterlooville, which is a little bit of less of a chance, but we could theoretically make the playoffs, and this is how we're lining up. We are switching to a positive 4-2-3-1, looking to get the attack, looking to get the win here as we are at home. So Hilton's going to be a net, Moore's going to be on the right, Kennedy and Bailey in the middle, Baines out left. Ingweston and Tomlinson will be in that center midfield pair. Ebanks out right, Newby out left. Riley, who's been playing really well, will be our shadow striker, and Cardwell, who had a good game last game, will be our target man up front. And that is how we are lining up for this huge game to see if we can make it into the playoffs. All we can do, all that we are in control of, is going out and winning. And that is exactly what we are going to try to do here today. Whew. Big match feels here for Chorley at whatever our stadium's called. I never looked. I don't know. Oh, I guess we can see here at Victory Park, and let's hope it is a victory here at Victory Park for us today. Let's pump some fists, see if we can get our good run to keep going. And here we are, off against Solihull Moors. Aldershot's against King's Lynn there. And we have a highlight already. Solihull Moors has got it. They cross it in over the net, and an early scare 3.5 minutes in. Scunthorpe against Havant W is down there. So far it's been Solihull Moors on the attack, which is not at all what we want to see. We want to be on the attack. Come on, boys. We do have a shot attempt there, and we do have a throw-in here as Ebanks will throw it into Riley. Riley will back to Ebanks, into Tomlinson, over to Cardwell, who will put it bottom corner for his 13th goal of the season, and we are up 1-0. Again, this throwing play has been working. Ebanks into Riley. Riley back out to Ebanks, over to Tomlinson, who will put it right on the foot of Cardwell, who just slots it in that bottom right corner to put us up 1-0, which puts us into that playoff spot right now, as the other games are sitting at 0-0 still, I believe. Yeah. We will not work the ball in the box. We're going to keep it as it is going. And things are looking... Oh, no, Aldershot has taken the lead there as they've gone up 1-0 against King's Lynn. Come on, King's Lynn. A highlight here for Solihull Moors as they pass it a short free kick into Sabara. It comes eventually out right to Saki, who will cross it into Reed, who's wide open. And what a save by Hilton, diving right in the middle there, putting it over the bar. No, work's not done yet. Here's the corner comes in, but Bailey will win it there and head it out. But Sabara will still hold on to it, take the early cross. Kennedy will head it out to Ebanks, who will head it in the clearance and end the highlight there. What a save by Hilton. Now Scunthorpe has also gone ahead, dropping us back into ninth, but we will just keep focused on what we were doing here and try to get that win. So far, we only have the one shot on target off 4 attempts. Solihull Moors has got lots of attempts in our goal, but only has hit the target once, which was that fantastic save there by Hilton. We have a free kick as Kennedy will put it up to Cardwell, who will head it down to Riley, into Ebanks. Ebanks over to Tomlinson. Tomlinson will get it to Ingweston, into Riley, over to Cardwell, back to Ebanks, who will take a shot, and it's blocked and cleared out, but it'll come back to Moore on that right hand side, who will hit it up to Riley, into Ebanks out wide. Ebanks will cross it over to Newby, who will take the shot and hit the crossbar. So close there. Newby hasn't done a whole lot on the left at the moment here, but he did take a fantastic shot there as we are going to come into halftime here. Aldershot's only up 1-0. I wanted to see what the other scores were, but I guess not. Right now, instead we will say you played well, but there is room for improvement. Can I see latest scores on here? No, I can't. We're going to keep things as they are for now. That's what we'll do as we start the second half. I do want to pause at the halftime. Scunthorpe is only up 1-0 off a penalty as well, so they're all tight games, all 1-0 games so far. As we start the second half, we need Kingsland to get it tied up there again, and we have Havant and Waterlooville to play like they did. They played pretty well against us. They have been officially relegated for sure here, but we could use a favor from them here. We do have a free kick as Newbie will take it in to Bailey, who will put it in for his first goal of the season, probably his first ever Chorley goal off of that corner as we put it up 2-0 for us here. Great cross in there coming into Bailey. And we will make a sub shortly here for some tired. We have a highlight right off the kickoff though. Will Solihull Moors strike back right away. They pass it back to the goalkeeper, Boot, who will boot it forward. Kennedy will miss that head, and Raid will strike it from distance to the bottom corner and put it in. And they will strike right back again, but it's still 2-1 for us as Boot just hits that long forward. Kennedy, who is tired, misjudges the header, lungs to Ifong, and Reed will hit it one time. A great shot in the bottom right corner that Hilton just can't get to. And so with that, we will make the sub here. We are going to bring in, I guess Baines will move into the center. Hopefully he'll get himself up from that 6.3 by being in that center position. Lowy's going to come in on that full back spot. And we will also take off Newbie with Rafael Garcia. And those are the changes that we will make here at the 64th minute. Nothing else happening in the other games. Well, Scunthorpe's up 2-0 now, so it doesn't look like we are going to make the playoffs here as Scunthorpe has sealed it. But it'd be nice to see if we can bounce above Aldershot, though I think we'd need it on goal differential, perhaps. Though we were ahead of them before, I don't know. But all of that looks like it's going to be for naught. It was coming to the 80th minute. We will make our last substitution, moving Rafael Garcia out to the right-hand side and bringing Bermal in on the left. That will be our last sub as we look to try to close out this game with a 2-1 win. Oh, Kingsland has tied it up, so Scunthorpe jumps into that playoff spot, and we jump into 8th. With that, and Tomlinson will have the free kick. He will put it in to Ingwesson, who will put it in for his 6th of the season to put it 3-1 up for us, and that should secure us the win here. We need a miracle comeback from Havant and Waterlooville to get into that playoff spot, but I do not foresee it coming. Where is even the game? I don't see on my final scores too many flashing of highlights, as we do have another highlight. Moore is going to throw it in to Garcia. Garcia will put it back to Tomlinson, who will cross it over towards Bermal, but it gets cleared out. Only as far as Ingwesson, who passes back to Lowy into Bermal, who is offside. And that should probably wrap up the game here as we're in the 95th minute. Boot will take a kick. We will clear it back. They kick it forward again, and that is full time, where we do win 3-1, but not quite enough to get into the playoffs. But man, did we do a push for it at the end there. I mean, we were in 16th. It was kind of our main position for most of the season, and all of a sudden the last month we push ourselves on a good run of form all the way up into, I think it's 8th place here. Let's see. Maybe we'll see. The media trying to react to that, trying to get all these final scores in. But Havant and Waterlooville did not do us a favor here. But a great season for us so far. It's the end of the season. A great season for us. We do end in 8th place, goal differential being the case that takes us out of it. But 69 points, 8th place. Scunthorpe gets in with a, what was their final score? 2-0 win over Havant and W. And we just miss the playoffs. But a great season for us here, and we will wrap up with the end of season review when we get there. All right, we're here with the end of season review for season 2 here at Chorley. I don't think I mentioned last time, Scunthorpe did hire another manager, so we will be at least sticking with Chorley for now. We'll see if anything else comes through. But let's focus on this season, the 2021 season, the new arrivals. I don't think 2021 is right. 2022? I don't know. Anyways, the new arrivals, signing of the year goes to Owen Bailey, who played 37 appearances for us, 1 goal at the very last game, 1 assist, a 6.79 rating. Our other new people that came in, Joe Hilton, great signing for us, ended up becoming our starting goalkeeper, 44 appearances with a 6.9 rating. Kieran Kennedy, our other center back, they said a C on that, but 6.84, 42 appearances, 2 assists. He had a great season for us as well. Ty Ebanks didn't start a lot for us at the beginning of the season, was pretty poor for us at the beginning of the season, and then just once we got him out of that right fullback position and up onto the wing, 28 appearances, 7 goals, 6 assists. He came real good at the end there. Jordan Burroughs on his way out. He started off, pretty well for us, but then our strikers, Cardwell and Riley, just really kicked it into gear, and he couldn't find his way back in to the side, and so he will not re-sign with us. He wanted to transfer out, and we just couldn't sell him. Bermal was decent. He was okay for us. Boadu had flashes of good. Garcia came in from Everton. He's more one for the future, but once he did come in, he had a good run of games for us. Moore kind of came to his own near the end of the season here. Malone wasn't great for us on loan. Butterfield didn't ever really catch on. Lowy again was also another one who kind of came into his own near the end of the season. So hopefully those look good for us going next year. How it ended up, we were to fight bravely against relegation. They thought we would finish, I think 16th was the media prediction beforehand. We ended up finishing up in 8th. Cardwell and Riley both getting 10 goals each in the league as our top scorers as they kind of rotated through. A great season for us. FA Cup wanted us to reach first round. We reached first round where we got knocked out by Gillingham, who's a couple leagues ahead of us, so just a poor draw for us there. FA Trophy, they wanted us to get to the second round. We made it to the 5th round, beating Hartlepool and Curzon Ashton on the way before losing a game to Spennymoor. Biggest win was our 6-2 win against Curzon Ashton, as we talked about in the FA Trophy. Yeah, we just dominated them. We're all over them. Match to remember was our 2-1 win against Notts County. Notts County, who went on to win the Vanarama National League, and we beat them 2-1 at home off a couple goals by Ebanks. And the goal of the season, let's take a look at it. It is Ebanks who scored it against Kings Lynn back in November. Let's see here. This one here would be our goal of the season. Last year's was a newbie, long-range shot from a distance. So we'll see what Ebanks looks like here, maybe. Oh, sorry for the big skip there. I just drowned on my water and I'm recovering, but we've got the highlight loaded up. And for Ebanks' goal of the year, so let's take a look at it. Ebanks, oh yeah, beats his man to it, comes on the break, and slots it into the far left corner, showing great speed to get there. And that is our goal of the season. Just a great run from Ebanks that put us up 1-0 in that match. Our reputation remains at 1 star, local. I'm still in the non-league, technically, with Vanarama National. But sponsorship went way up from 59K to 90K. Broadcast revenue went up by 4K. Our corporate hospitality went up by 5K. Competition prize money way down. We did really well in competitions last year, so we're down 100K there. Just some good draws for us last year. But our match day and commercial retail were up, 7K there? So mostly up. Boadu was the top jersey seller, which is interesting. And Weston up there, Cardwell, Tomlinson, Newby. Those ones all make sense. But Boadu is a surprise for me for being the top jersey that sold. Interesting. How we lined up, usually 4-2-3-1 is what we did mostly. Moore and Baines on the outsides. Bailey and Kennedy were our central defender partner. Hilton was obviously our starter. Ingwesson and Shenton. So Shenton played quite a bit before he left, but 6.1. So, it says only 1 appearance Interesting that he makes it into how we lined up. Newbie out right, Bramal out left, Bodu in the center, Cardwell. Excuse me, I'm still drowning. Cardwell up front. The accolades. Hey, I won the head coach of the month for May this past month. We did do a great run. Club Awards, Newbie is the player of the season. Lewis Riley is the young player of the season. Owen Bailey, the signing of the season. Ty Ebanks is the goal of the season. Cardwell is the top goal scorer with 13 in all competitions. Elliot Newby with 14 assists in all competitions. Lewis Riley gets the most player of the match awards with 4. Newby has the highest average rating with 7.0. And Gwesson most passes complete per 90 minutes with 49. The record breakers, Newby has the most assists by a player in a season with 14. Philip Pickford Drew becomes the youngest player at 16 years old, 5 days. I think he played a cup match for us. Scott Leather, the oldest player, 29 years, 170 days. Ingwesson gets the fastest goal in 47 seconds. And Jordan Burrow becomes the oldest goal scorer with 29 years and 34 days. And that has been the end of our season. Please subscribe for season 3 coming very soon to you, and like the video, and we will see you at the beginning of next season here at Chorley, perhaps, unless someone gives us a job in the off season. But see you on Up the Ladder, season 3, next time.